Welcome to the vlog, Nierman.
Already? So the key to staying accurate bow hunting, only shoot about 3 times a year.
Well, it ain't fair if you shoot more than that.
Yeah, gotta give deer a chance. Supposedly he knows how to do this. Do this one blindfolded.
You don't shoot blindfolded?
You gotta scent where the deer is.
Alright, now I'm going to head out to one of my private grounds and check a couple trail cameras. They've been soaking for a couple weeks now, so the reason I kind of picked a day to check them was one, I'm getting excited about seeing what's on these, and then two, it's kind of a rainy, dreary day, and it's supposed to rain again this evening, so I can sneak in there real quiet just because everything's kind of wet right now, and then I can you know, once that rain comes in, it'll wash away all the scent, hopefully before anything moves around in that area. So whenever you go check trail cameras, try to kind of think of those scenarios where what is the conditions and how are they in my favor or how are they against me. If you have a bad wind, where deer are going to be able to smell you walking in and out, probably not the best day to go check the trail cameras. So think about that. Usually guys go in too much. I know on these vlogs it seems like I go and mess with trail cameras a lot, and I do, but they're on different properties. I pretty much check trail cameras 2 times a year. I put them out in the early, you know, in the late spring, I guess, and then I won't check them until probably around July. Mostly just to see if they're running still, make sure everything's good on them, see what's going on them, and then I'll check them again, you know, right now, that kind of that 1st of September, right before season, and then leave them the rest of the time. That information will give you enough confidence or enough knowledge about what's in the area that you really shouldn't have to check them too much more than that, other than whenever obviously you can go in when you go hunting. If you are, it's convenient to check them. It's not a bad idea to check them then either. So kind of my opinions on checking trail cameras. So I check them twice a year. That's it, at least before season.
I would say really grown up CRP fields.
So I gonna go down this waterway here. I'm gonna go up in my shooting house actually and do a little clearing out there just in case we end up coming here and hunting youth season here, which is in about a month. Then go on down, check trail cameras. I'm also gonna like kind of pick out a tree to hunt out of this year and decide how exactly I'm gonna get in here, and hopefully it doesn't rain. There's a great big black cloud coming in right now, but and I got some little saw here to take care of some limbs if I need to near those trees I'm going to set in. So here's kind of what it looks like on the inside of here. It's always a mess in here. Crap, mice and stuff living in here, but you can kind of see the view out of it. I shot my 10-pointer right out that way, out of here with a rifle. That brush and stuff wasn't there at the time, a couple years ago, but I'm actually not going to trim much up. It looks pretty good up here. So trail cameras right down in there. I forgot my keys to my trail cameras, so I ran back to the truck, and as I was getting back to the truck, it just downpoured on me. So I'm going to sit here, got my keys now, and wait for this rain to pass before I go and get even wetter than I already am. Here's the first camera. Looked like there was a pretty nice one on that camera. Here's a second camera. Looking at that first one, there's actually a pretty nice buck on it. So, see if he's on this camera. And if he is, I have a good feeling he's bedded down there. And he's probably not making it to that second camera before daylight's over. So, hopefully he's on this camera and I can hunt him right down this edge in hopes that he's bedding over there. Okay, so I just jumped the nice buck that he was with on that camera right here. He ran out and came around that corner and up. So it's a good sign. I'd say that big buck is bedding somewhere in this general area. The good thing is it's the end of August, so there's plenty of time for these deer to settle down for me just jumping them. So he wasn't on that camera, but that nice deer that was with him definitely was, but it's not a shooter. Good up and comer. I think I'll probably try to find a good tree to set up on this little corridor here real quick. So I just checked that last camera there, and that big buck is on it also. So he's on that one, on that fence row at about 9:30 p.m. So I think he's living probably on that side of the farm, because that's not very long after dark there. And every year I have one bedded on that fence row that I jump up, and I guarantee last year there was a nice 10-pointer I jumped up. It's probably this same deer. So hopefully he's still bedded there. This year I can sneak in there and hunt that fence row on a good north wind and get him killed. So there is a nice deer out there, as there is every year. He's just hard to kill at that property. But every year I learn a little more about it. So this year, hopefully we can maybe get on that deer. It's a really nice deer. But right now, to finish the vlog up, I'm gonna show you guys kind of what we're bringing out to Colorado real quick. So I borrowed this 4-wheeler from my pastor. Gonna bring it out there. It's a little, maybe an easier way to get back in a little deeper. Instead of walking 7 miles, we're only have to walk about 3. I'm going to bring 2 of these Cabela's coolers. If we need more than that, we'll have to buy one. Got all my gear that I went over in one of my previous vlogs. My tent's still there. That all has to be packed up into my Stone Glacier pack, which is still in the back of my truck. Kind of waiting. Probably will do some more training today before we leave, and then bringing my target with me. And then for the hunt, I'm going to take my Big Jim Thunderchild longbow. I'll show you guys this. I love this bow. So this is my Big Jim Thunderchild. It is 51 pounds at 28 inches of draw. I draw it to about 29, so I don't know, it's like 54 pounds at my draw length. It's a 58-inch axle longbow. Man, it's just a good shooting bow. It's real pretty too. You can see that the Big Jim nickel he puts in there. Some horn overlays on the front of the riser, and also on the tips of the riser. I'm using the Big Jim quiver that I bought with it. And my arrow setup is a gold tip 400 spine shaft. It has 300 grains up front. I have 200 grain broadheads, 100 grain brass insert, and then I shoot shield cut 4.5 inch feathers. And I used to shoot 5.5 last year, and I just noticed how noisy they were flying through the air. So I started trimming some feathers down, and I kind of found that 4.5 inch really stabilized broadheads well, and also wasn't quite as noisy. Then on the ends, for broadheads, I have 2 different types I'm bringing with me. I got these Valkyrie Blood Sport. I shot my couple deer with these last year and absolutely love the Valkyrie stuff. I shot the Valkyrie system last year, but it's kind of expensive, and I had a bunch of these 400, so I thought, well, I will keep with the broadheads and have the arrows. So Then on top of those, I also like these cutthroats. These are 200 grain cutthroats. You know, everybody knows that these cut on contact broadheads like that are absolutely money for penetration. I shot a deer with these last year. Had decent blood. That's the only thing downsides of these is sometimes you don't get the best blood. But you will shoot through things with them. So you have a give and take, right? So that's my setup. Everything must go in the truck. I'll probably do that tonight or tomorrow morning. So guys, take it easy. The next vlog will probably be like the first day or so in the trip down to Colorado, and I'll try to do a few vlogs as I go. Probably won't see anything from me next week because I'll be in Colorado obviously, but the week after that I'll try to start putting up mule deer, elk, or black bear vlogs. So we got tags for all 3 of those. So it's gonna be fun. See you guys later.